Model context protocols, also known as MCPs, has taken the world by storm lately, especially the AI world. Reality is that if you're on S, you're probably seeing a lot of posts lately talking about different type of MCPs that are able to help you connect Claude, Cursor, Windsurf, and similar type of software to other software out there, and they can allow you to do things that were otherwise not able to do, or that you would have had to spend a lot of time trying to learn how to operate certain software. Today, we're going to be talking about Blender and how you can connect Blender to the Blender MCP Claude to be able to allow Claude to manage your designs in Blender. And regardless of whether you want to do animation and film, video game development, architect visualization, 3D printing, education, motion graphics, art installations, or anything in between, Blender is a great program to allow you to get least first step on the door to be able to build that. We're going to be talking about what you need to do in order to be able to allow Claude to handle your Blender design things that you need to install. And lastly, I'm going to run through a demo for you to visualize exactly what is possible between Claude and Blender. Trust me, it's magic. I don't know Blender, but I was able to get some stuff happen. With that being said, let me show you what I have been able to create so far. Now, this is one of my first creations that I was able to create using the Blender MCP, connecting Cursor with Blender. And as you can see, it's just a small city, perhaps a downtown, in which we have a skyscraper. We have like a little area, like just outside the skyscraper. Here we have two restaurants with some seating in the middle. We have a river walk with a boat that we have right here, kind of like a park thing. There's some trees. It's moving. There is a boat in the middle. Then we have the sitting area here. We have like a bridge that started working on it. I didn't finish it. It was more for the demo purposes. Let's go back out. We have some streets. We have a road right here. Then we have another road right here and some trees in between. I asked for it to create a forest here. I don't remember what happened. I know that I could not finish it. And then we have some lining right here along this street. So all of this was created with the Blender MCP that we're going to be talking about today. I don't know how to use Blender in reality, so I would encourage you to install it, give it a good old try, and see what happens. If this is something that you want to do, it's definitely fun. I spent countless hours not only building this small city downtown, but also building other ideas that I had that I wanted to see whether or not Blender could create it by using the MCP and allowing Claude to take the driver's seat. So definitely worth trying. That being said, let's go into the requirements and then we will start installing things. As a first step, you will want to install Python. And installing Python is as easy as coming to the python.org website and downloading it from here. In addition to Python, you will want to install the Python package, and this one you can get it from docs.astral.sh, and it's as easy as taking this command code and input it in your terminal. You can also install it using Brew, and to me, that was a little bit easier. Now, another important step is downloading Blender from the Blender website. This one is blender.org. I will leave all the links down in the description below so you don't have to take notes if you don't want to. All of this is free, so there are no affiliate links or anything like that. You just go grab them and download everything that you need. If you go to blender.org and click on download, from there you should be able to download for Windows, Linux, or Mac OS. I personally have a Mac OS, and that's what I downloaded. Now, if you don't have the Claude desktop app, this is an important requirement. You will want to go to Claude.ai/download and download the desktop app for Claude for whichever device you have, whether that is Mac, Windows. They have a desktop app for you. And this is how we're going to be able to get the MCP to work. So really important that you do this. Now, the MCP we will be using is the one called Blender-MCP. It was created by Al Yazid. I hope I'm saying it right. And I will also leave the link down in the description below. To install it is relatively easy. We're going to open Claude, my desktop app. Okay, there. And we're actually going to lower it because we want to scroll down until we get to the Claude for desktop integration. We're going to copy this script. We're going to open Claude desktop again. We're going to go to settings, bring this up. We're going to go to developer. We're going to click on edit configuration. And you should have a Claude desktop config.json. If you don't, I recommend you that you track a little bit. I have recorded a video tutorial on how to install MCPs on Claude desktop. I recommend you to go and watch that one first before you do this one. But if you are already past that step, then please, by all means, continue moving forward. We're going to double click on this and that will open in Cursor, which is the code editor that I use. And we're going to paste that little script. We're going to save it. We're going to lower Cursor because we're not going to use it for now. We're going to close this. Really important step now. You would want to close Claude desktop and reset it again. Now, after you get this done, you will want to scroll back up. And as the next step, you will want to download add-on. So here we can download this add-on and we can open Blender. Once you're in Blender, you want to go to Edit, Preferences. You're going to make sure that you're in the Add-ons on tab. You're going to click on this drop-down, Install from Disk. Now you're going to want to find the file that you just downloaded. So in this case, it's going to be add-on. Double click on it. And now it has been installed. And the way you know it's installed is because now it shows here and it also shows here on the sidebar. If you rewind the video a little bit, you will see that there was no Blender MCP here on this side. And now that that has been created, what you want to do is, actually, we're going to save this file and we're going to create a new one so I can showcase you exactly what we're looking at. So once you open Blender for the very first time, now you have everything created, everything is working, everything is configured. There is nothing else that you need to do. What you want to do is you want to click on this little arrow that was there. I actually like seeing it in the viewport shading mode because it gives me colors and stuff like that. We're going to go down to Blender MCP and you will want to start the server. Now, something I had realized is, at least in my Mac, I have an older Mac, it drains the battery when I use Blender. I don't know what the deal is with Blender, but that's just personal experience. Now, when I go here to Claude, I can say create a skyscraper, windows, doors, glass, and as many meters as needed. Make sure you use the right material, colors, styling. Yeah, I was sure that I styling, aligning, when look, polish, and ready. copy in Blender. We're going to copy this just in case, but we're going to send it. And we're going to see that it's going to start asking for permission to start using on the MCP. So we're going to allow. And I'm allowing all because I wanted to keep working without asking me for the same permission over and over again. I rather it keep going, but every time he uses a different type of action within the Blender MCP, it's going to go back and ask you if you can use that. So we're going to allow it. As you can see, it started creating our skyscraper, which is quite tall. From time to time, you will have to click continue because it runs out of tokens or it times out. So you will have to click continue, but for the most part, it's going to continue building until it has to. But let's see what is. It's going to take a little bit of time for it to give us exactly what we want, but we should be golden. Should be on the other side relatively soon. After a little bit, it looked like we hit the maximum length. All we have to do is type continue and off it goes to continue working on it. Create something there that looks kind of like a sofa, but it created on the side of the building. So far it's looking pretty empty, but let's see what it's saying. Let's try. Let's use Python. All right, let's try add some details. Might have run into issues, but so far has create the basic model. So it's fixing the code. It looked like it's running into some kind of issues with Python so far. So let's give it a minute. After a little bit of time, we have a fairly nice first building. It looked like these are the doors. I don't know. It is hard to see where the ground is here. I believe this is in line with the ground, and these are the doors. Then it's made out of glass at the bottom. Then at the top is more windows. But we're going to add trees, shape, round building. They power you write videos and corners with this. All right, we're going to send this, and now what I'm going to do is I'm not going to pause it. I'm going to let it cook so you can see like how it goes. But we're towards the end of this tutorial, so I want to make sure that getting the full experience here. Really soon we're going to see some trees and bushes start popping up. From there you can expand. You see, I like to do one thing at a time. So what I do is first time, like let's say if I'm building a city, I do one building at a time, and then I can go back and reference certain things and be like, okay, so in between building A and building B, you can just say, okay, so between building A and building B, put 3 trees, or between building B and building C, put tables, or build a road in between building D and building E, or whatever the case is. That way you're able to reference certain things and the AI know, okay, so if I find these two buildings in between these two buildings, then I have this or that, which make it quite easy. Now, from time to time, you will have to move stuff around. As you can see, like even created like ground color green. We're going to see if it changes or no. But it added a whole bunch of stuff. We got some trees, what look like bushes right here. As I was saying, those are the doors right there. We got like an atrium kind of thing, which is kind of cool to see that the AI is actually taking context from everything. Now those doors align more with the ground, so that's quite nice. Scroll down, still adding more stuff, and I will let it finish building everything, and then I will show you how you can move stuff around if you need to. Took me a little bit to figure things out here in Blender, but nevertheless, it's hard. I'm not an expert by any means, please. I'm still learning and still trying to figure this out. I don't think it's the best use of my time to fully learn Blender because it's it's not I'm not working the video game or stuff like that. But what I would say is that it's been fun. It's been really nice experience to do something different other than building websites. Okay, so put piece there just to cover that area that was left behind. If you ask me, I think it's doing a really good job, especially taking consideration that the AI is the one that is actually building this, not me. Even a foundation that it goes below the ground level. So similar to how you would build an actual building. I'm not either, so just just from my knowledge that I have, quite limited. I actually studied engineering, so it was electrical. So here is a summary of what I did. And we're done. All right, so here on the left sidebar, and I will do a quick rundown. I'm pretty sure there are many videos out there that are going to be great tutorials for you if you really want to learn Blender. But if you want to make certain changes yourself, so here's the select box. With this, you can select multiple objects. I don't really know what it does because I'm not able to move them. I'm done select a few. Then you got the cursor. Again, I don't know what it does. It does something. But the important one for me is going to be on the move. And here I can select part of the trees. In this case, it's going to be the tree and whatever this is called, which is my second language. So here, if you want to move it up in the air, you can by selecting the blue one and dragging it up. If you want to move it forward or backward, so it's going to be on the green one, and then this one goes in the position that we have now. This one goes vertical, the green one goes horizontal, and you can see the line where it will. I actually use that quite often for a different project that I was working on. So here we're going to select these two, and we're going to move backwards, more in line with that tree. Then we're going to select out, to select these three again. And is that where this hand allows you to move left, right, up, down. Quite useful. I struggle for a little bit trying to figure out how to actually have that functionality. We're going to bring these a little bit closer, perhaps a little bit higher. I think that's more in. Okay, yeah, that's a little line. Bring this up a little bit. closer, think that's a little bit more in line to each other. And for whatever reason, I had those three lined up to each other. Anyways, if you want to rotate, let's say the building or the ground needs to rotate vertically or whatever, that's how you can rotate using the sphere. So you can rotate it diagonally, vertically, in many ways that you can rotate these. Quite cool, especially for certain things that you might want to. The scale, just similar to anything else that you might want to scale. The red one, make it thinner. The green one, make it shorter. And blue one can put it upside down and whatever. And we have the transport just like all around, depending on what you want to. You can bring it up, above, down. Not that useful to me. It's similar to any other annotate, measure the space in between certain items, and that's about it that I have learned so far. I've been relying on AI to tell me what to do and to actually work. So I'm not going to pretend that I'm an expert on this. What I'm going to say though is that it's fun and you should try it. It's definitely an opportunity for anybody that is out there trying to play with AI. This is a change of pace, change of scenario, especially if you have been developing websites using AI. With that being said, we have reached the end of this video. I really appreciate you taking your time and watching this video. Thank you. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking this video, subscribing to this channel. It helps me spread the word. When you like the video and when you subscribe, it gives me credibility. Plus, I can assure you that you're going to enjoy all the content that we have coming up because it's quite good. Not because I'm recording it, but because I think it's going to be quite useful to your AI journey. That being said, thank you for watching and I hope to see you in the next video.